In 2006, India's wild tiger population had fallen to about 1411. By 2022, that number more than doubled to over 3,100. Project Tiger achieved its global conservation goals 4 years ahead of schedule. That growth relied on a simple biological reality. Given animal protected habitat, food, and security from poachers, and the population increases automatically. It works because physical boundaries, like fences and guards, can dictate animal behavior. But when the Indian government tried to apply demographic support to the Parsi community through the Jiyo Parsi Scheme, the numbers didn't rebound the same way. You can't dictate human demographics. Marriage age, partner choice, and family size are deeply personal decisions, tied to culture and identity, not geography. The biological model fails here, but the administrative model doesn't have to. In this video, we are going to extract the strict accountability metrics used in wildlife management and adapt them to build a framework for regional, trust-building town halls. Conservation succeeds by controlling behavior. Demographic support can only succeed by facilitating voluntary dialogue. Step 1. Build the administrative system before scheduling a single event. We are leaving behind the idea of habitat enforcement. Instead, we are copying the clear targets and dedicated tracking that made Project Tiger work. This matrix compares our metrics. Left, wildlife tracking uses anti-poaching logs. Right, social welfare tracks attendance, youth participation, and community ideas. The data structures are entirely different. Tracking support like IVF or counseling requires privacy and human choice, not logging territorial movements. Step 2. Avoid central office planning. A single strategy drafted in a capital city will fail to capture the reality of a diverse, scattered population. Look at this map. To gather accurate data, you need to design decentralized regional town halls in key hubs: Mumbai, Surat, Vadodara, Ahmedabad, Pune, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, and New Delhi. It requires reaching major metros, but also historical cultural centers like Navsari. Decentralized tracking ensures the information you gather reflects the localized realities of the people living there, rather than top-down assumptions. Step 3. Move from the map to the physical venue to set the agenda. Here is a template for a feedback monitoring matrix. It uses a 3-block structure designed to shift participants from passive listening to active problem solving. Block 1 is for data presentation, sharing those clear, transparent metrics we established. Block 2 moves into breakout sessions. This is where organizers must create space to discuss sensitive topics like late marriages and changing urban lifestyles. Block 3 focuses on youth-led ideas. If this block turns into a lecture on traditional values, the event will fail. Organizers have to step back and capture younger generations' concerns about inclusion and modern identity. Step 4. Define the moderator's role. A conservationist enforces physical boundaries to keep threats out. A town hall moderator removes social barriers to let ideas in. The technique here is active, cross-generational discussion. Moderators encourage dialogue between elders and youth, not dictate traditional values. Notice the body language in these spaces. The absolute rule of moderation is you cannot force behavioral change. You simply listen. A well-designed agenda acts as a structured vessel. It captures the complex human emotions and cultural nuances that raw demographic data models miss. Step 5. Close the loop. The conclusion of the town hall is actually the beginning of the policy work. Take the raw ideas gathered from the community and feed them directly back into the administrative KPIs we built in Step 1. This feedback must pivot the program's focus. The goal moves away from the abstract idea of saving a population and toward enacting tangible structural support, specifically making housing and financial assistance easier for young couples. The final policy goal is to strengthen everyday community bonds beyond just traditional rituals. Administrative accountability succeeds when the data is directly converted into real-world social infrastructure. Now that we've covered the framework, you have a localized, structured consultation plan backed by hard administrative accountability. Nature responds predictably to protection. Human communities only thrive on trust and empowerment. Download the Town Hall Starter Kit from the description below to access the agenda templates and begin planning your first regional consultation. Pause for effect. Saving a species is an achievement of policy. Saving a community is an act of love.